Okay, so this training video is literally about the back-end management of Agency 247 and how you manage your portal. So I'm going to log in at portal.manage, and basically the bit that I'm after here is your portal manager. So obviously you also have the staff managers, which is where you can add the users. More on that in a later session. What I'm going to show you here is just a quick synopsis of the back end of Agency 247. So your front end portal can be visited at any time by clicking this button here, but I'm not interested in that yet. So I'm just going to shut that down. What this screen does is you've got your dashboard here, which gives you a main synopsis on assets uploaded, jobs created, timelines, your clients, etc. Okay. You then have your clients and users and costs. So every Agency 247 comes with a default test client. That allows you to indefinitely play around with Agency 247 so you get used to the system, and that you can make sure that you're fully aware with its functionality before you involve a client and interact with a client. Once you've done that, you can add a new client really simply. It will give you up to 5 client users. The number of users within the agency is scalable. That's not a problem, but you do pay on a user basis with the Agency 247 packages. But our standard package is up to 5 users, and that will give you a free 30-day trial, and you can do this with as many clients as you wish. Okay, so you can add a new client here. And you can manage your users, your billings, and this will tell you how much you're going to be paying after your trial, depending on your users, etc. Okay, more on that in another video. This library tab, basically you have a DAM, a digital asset management system, with every client portal. So your DAM will be set up in default with most of the genres that you're going to be bothered about as an agency. So videos, emails, print, POS, social, TVCs, stationery, etc. So it should come default with all the categories that you need within your libraries. If not, you can change it here, and you can add it, delete or add as you wish. Within your libraries you can add filters. So literally adding a filter is as easy as clicking that button there. And your filters are dependent on the client. So you can have it for all clients, or you can have it for a specific client. So for example, you might work in campaigns with, for example, my fashion retailer. So we're working with autumn winter 17, spring summer 18. That's not going to be relevant to my brewery client, who's more interested in M&B and Yates's Lodge. Colour is going to be of interest to my fashion client, but actually products such as kegs, bottles and cans won't be. So you can see where I'm going with that one. So filters are within your libraries, and they can be set depending on your client or across all of your clients, and it's really, really easy to do, but I'm going to go into that in more detail in another video. Briefing questions. Again, your Agency 247 system will come default with a whole host of questions that you can ask in each type of your briefing depending on what job types you're going to do. So and you can add those as simple as clicking the button at the bottom that says new question, and you can decide who that's relevant to. Well, again, whether that's to all clients or whether that's relevant to my brewery or to my fashion retailer. And those questions basically are for this bit here. So these are job types. So these are all the regular types of stuff that I'm going to do within my agency. So if I'm a digital agency, I'm probably not going to have any print brief job types in there, so I can take those out. Or if I'm not a digital agency, then I'm not going to be doing digital banner creative, so I can literally just take them out by pressing the delete button. So if I click on a simple one such as creative design here, print, it's telling me that there are 15 briefing questions, but I can change the lead time for my client for that type of work, and I can also put a price for that type of work if I want as well, and I change that here. So again, I can change that by client, and I can change the price, I can change the lead time, and I can add and delete the questions that are going to be asked in that brief. So in this particular briefing template for creative design, I've got 16 questions, I think, which are opportunity, outline objective, desired direction outcome, format, size, etc., etc., right down to delivery details. And I can add a question there if I wish, and it will give me a drop down of all the different questions within my template, and I can add that and change the order where that appears, but I don't want to alter that anyway. So they are briefing questions, and they are dynamic again and they can be set per specific client. So you might have a client that works in weird and wonderful ways, and clients usually do. So you might want to add some weird and wonderful questions specific to that client only. So the power behind Agency 247 and the briefing templates is very, very powerful. The last tab is the settings. So it carries my name, obviously my URL, and here I can do a few little bits of jiggery-pokery, such as adding logos to the home page, and also changing the hex colours of the key colours that are within the portal. So these are all the hex colours that are currently used. If I want to change the one for this sort of pinky magenta colour here, I can add a new hex code there and press save, and everything that's that pinky colour will change. And again, some very basic sort of text amendments here. So fundamentally, that is the back end of Agency 247. I say if you hit the button, you'll actually then be at your portal, but I'm going to do that in another session. So thank you very much for listening.